Alright, everyone. Welcome back to a game that I have not played for quite some time. When I say I haven't played it, I mean you haven't played it. This is Monster Loves You. It features on the marathons that I do and has featured for quite some time. I really do enjoy this game. I like the music. I like the artwork of it. I think it's a fun game. It has like an adorability mixed in with some grotesquerie that makes it enjoyable. Has not been run or demonstrated in some time. Our players today are a legion in nature. About 1/3 of them are going to be voting, so I'm expecting around like 60-ish participants are going to be joining us for Monster Loves You through polls that I'm going to be running on Beam. I think the polling interface is a little bit better in Hitbox than in Beam, but at least there is one built in, right? At least one does exist, which I think is pretty cool. I have not run this game in some time, but that shouldn't matter. Hopefully that'll mean that my viewers who are so knowledgeable about the game will have kind of forgotten like the pathways and the ways you go about playing it. Polls, whenever I create them, are going to last a minute long. We'll try to create them as quickly as possible. Whenever option choices pop up, I will not do a poll for everything. If there's something that I don't think, you know, if it would be really too slow or sluggish for using a poll, like there's like 12 fucking options, I will roll a die. I have a number of dice at my disposal, because I do. Yes. Yeah. Oh. Excuse me? Let me fucking go check that, because otherwise my damn obnoxious flip phone loves to fucking make sounds every time. That's lethal. I'm gonna ban him. It better be good text message. Oh. Alright, I need to stop reading that message before I fucking break down and cry. Phone, you need to go on silent. Ah, shit. I need to hold it together for like another 9 hours. Alright. Goldman, let's go ahead and get this party started. Help me begin your story. How does it go again? Long ago. Long ago. Deep in the forest. I can't really do much of a voice anymore. Deep in the forest, monsters call the whale mist. That's right. Long ago, nestled in the heart of the forest, was the monster village of Omen. You are born from slime that holds the memory of monsters known for... We'll have this be a 30-second poll. And then we'll have an option 1. Option 2. Is the music alright, folks? It's kind of flared up a bit. I get a feeling that it's pretty damn loud compared to me. Just want to make sure. Alright. Seems good. Good. I like it. Yeah, in Beam, by default, whenever someone ats you, a notification sound plays, and you can change what sound effect that is if you go into the cog at the bottom right corner. And that sound effect also triggers whenever a vote poll appears. I don't have like a notification sound that plays for me, because, you know, with how often fucking people would at me, I'd have to start banning people. Alright, so option 2 it is. Words and thoughts. Now, something I don't like about the Beam poll is that it will just auto-fade away. Some people might like that feature, but I'm like, no, come back, poll. I missed you. Words and thoughts. You're not awake yet, but soon your first eye will open. Your simple dreams will give way to life itself. You dream of... dreams. Option 1, option 2, option 3, and option 4. We'll have this be another 30-second poll. That we can chew through these and hopefully get multiple games of Monster Loves You done on this broadcast. Wait, there's only 4 options. I mean, there's only 3 options. Alright. Anyone who votes for option 4, you're doing God's work. Alright. Option 2 wins, outsmarting everyone else. Like me. Your body is turning and twisting, growing solid in the middle of a great vat of green slime. It's time to be born. Let's be born. You awaken in the chilling season just as the air begins to turn crisply cool. Onward. Your eye is open. You're a morsel, just barely born. You float in the spawning vat. Dozens of other morsels are exploring, flailing, and stealing food from each other. Try to swim or... Oh god, why did I do a poll for this one? No, not the question ones. Oh god. I guess we'll just do all the damn questions we get as we come across them. I forget sometimes, you know? Yes, but what is the question? From the slime, what do you think? What is this thing, slime? Is the stuff monsters are made out of. You don't mean we're actually born from the slime. Look, it's just like mold and mushrooms. It's just the sticky side of nature. When the spark of life enters a colloidal gel, monsters just happen. Fascinating. Try to swim. Another morsel swims towards you. It opens its mouth to show a set of small, sharp teeth. It bites you. Do we swim away from the toothy morsel? Or why did the pole not open up? Oh, it is. It just didn't pop up for me. Okay, I didn't want to vote anyway. I actually don't know what the results are because the overlay didn't pop up for me. Fascinating. There we go, I refreshed. That solved it. Of course, now I have to set up my font size thing again. Effort. Okay. So, what this is intolerable. Stop that biting. You pause, unable to believe that another morsel is trying to eat you. After a moment, you snap out of it and start to move again. Do we resist it? Do we kill it? Or do we unite other morsels to repel the attack? Oh. Yeah, it had been pretty strongly swinging towards certain options, and that still appears to be holding the case. 61-ish% voting for uniting the other morsels to repel the attack. 61-ish. 61 votes? 60-ish? Okay. 60%. Unite the other morsels. You speak. Your words are simple, but some of the morsels understand you. They converge on the biter. This aggression will not stand. Your tiny, slimy flotilla frightens the bad morsel away. It retreats to the far end of the spawning vat. Shall patrol the vat. Splash, flutter, squish, squeak. Another morsel is too weak to swim properly. It's sinking toward the bottom of the spawning vat. Ignore it and swim on? Too bad, but these things happen. Oh no, that's terrible. Hey, she morsel. Hey. Oh, are you making a compassionate monster, chat? Are you trying to say that it's terrible that this is transpiring? You are. That's terrible. With 50% of the vote. Oh no, that's terrible. You feel a deep sense of injustice at the smaller morsel's impending demise. If only you could do something about it. Do something about it. You swim to the morsel, determined to act. Do you want to get under the morsel and push it up, or try to think of something? Good work, chat. Really showing your decisive nature here. Then again, you really showed that during the Mega Ace run-through, didn't ya? Or you didn't really want to be that damn committal, huh? Just wanted to be diplomatic, bitch be cool, and calmly think through things. Hello, Master Reaper. Okay, we'll try to think of something. You rack your newborn brain. Wait, there, some animal bones and sticks, rotting at the bottom, half hidden beneath the slime clumps. From the dying morsel, you swim to the bottom. Casting about, you gather some sticks and the long, curving ribs of a deer. Jamming them together good and tight, the morsel's own dissolving body holds everything together well enough. Half its body is above the surface of the slime. Make sure no one messes up. You swim in circles around the rescued morsel, keeping the cruel ones and biters away until your new friend begins to move and solidify. Help off the structure. As you do, you feel dizzy. That's a first. You've never been dizzy before. Everything goes green. Wake up! Your friend is gone, but not dead. Another morsel points to the edge of the spawning vat. While you slept, the weak one grew into a monsterling. Hooray for brains! You have grown too big for the spawning vat. You must move on to the next stage of life and become a monsterling. So how do you feel about that, chat? You interested in advice or be like, no, I won't grow up. Brr. Get back. Growing up is bad. It can be. Involves a lot of responsibility and hard work, man. We must stay to play games. Don't you want to have fun, chat? You can't trust the system. So close, yes. It is so close, but, narrowly, 53 to 47%. Option 1 wins. You're going to get into some trouble, which is great. Exercise your bravery, cleverness, ferocity, kindness, and honesty. What kind of monster will you be? Indeed, to the Brood Cave. And adventure. Here's adventure. Ooh, dice bag. I'm gonna roll a d12. We'll see where we end up. 3. Big old ham rag comes to the cave with a box full of metal cans. What's this? He says, it's drink or douse day. These cans are full of what the humans call soda pop. Monsterlings drink soda pop? Probably liquid sugar? You bet, but they also like to see who can chug the most, or endure the most exploding metal cans at once. Do you desire to drink? Show everyone your belly can hold the most soda pop, or douse? See how many exploding cans you can withstand. Fairly even. Douse is defeating drink right now. Yeah, it's better to run these prompts for 30 seconds rather than, like, say 60 that I was doing for Mech A's. They're simple enough. Drinking is bad for your teeth. Okay, 56%. We're gonna douse. The other monsterlings go through the cans, picking out the bulging and dented ones. Climb into that big clay jar with the bad cans. You hear shaking sounds, shoosh, 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 and waka, 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 and so on. And more cans are piled on top of you. Well, I don't know whether this is much of an option, but I'll go ahead and create the poll anyway. Whack, waka, waka. Yeah. Figured I'd check, chat, just in case. Figured I'd check. Wanted to make sure that you were committed to this. Most certainly are. I think it's good. It's important to do these things. That's right, damn it, Metal Pig. I agree. That's the way it is. And rock teeth. I mean, we're a monster. We can probably regrow the teeth, right? No, keep it up. It's time to blow things up. Lost a little bit of cleverness, but got a bunch of bravery. Hiss! Hiss! Everything is shaking in here. Somebody's kicking the jar. Too late to get out now. The next thing you know, Nash is dragging you behind her on a forest path. What happened? You can't seem to speak, but Nash sees you trying. She turns you, and you realize you're just a head and part of a body. Ah! Nash says, we've been picking up pieces of you for hours. Ew. Elder Hamrag says, you won, little monsterling. Now let's put together your pieces and see if you heal. Wait, he doesn't know if a monsterling can heal from this? Look, you just raised your claw. You're recovering. Doesn't that make you happy, Chad? Doesn't it? Don't you feel happy? I know, dash, dash. I need another option here that says yes? Fairly even divide on the poll here. 54 to 46%. I do really enjoy the aesthetic and music of this game. Alright, sure. Okay. Let's see here. If I roll the number 3 again, I'll pick 12. You're chatting with Gobclaws and Blisstree when a foul stench wafts in. Monsterlings all over the cave are shivering and holding their noses. Yuck! What is it? It's Blot, Gobclaw says. Someone's gotta tell him he stinks, but not the way monsters should. Blot sees your group and makes his way over. Gobclaws and Blisstree retreat. Do you want to talk to Blots about it? Or, Gluck, he's a tower of stink. Get away. Most folks just want to be nice and friendly and talk to Blots about it. See, I knew you viewers could be kind and generous in your souls. Chat can coordinate and talk about, like, strategy, and I've seen it done before in various demo games I've run democratically, where they, like, try to run schemes and, like, unite together for common purposes. It's even been done whenever I've run Monster Loves You. Anyway, 78% says go for it, so we'll just talk to Blots about it. You spread your claws in a friendly way, and Blot sits next to you. Blots pouts. Why did they run away? Want to tell a small lie he's fragile, or make up an clever story to help him? Right, yes. Make up an clever story. Oh, of course, Finster. Naturally. How could that not be true? Alright, folks are primarily choosing to vote for a clever story there. It's not even close. That's 84 to 16% on my end. Yep, that's where it finishes at. You begin to tell the story of the cleanest monster, shining paragon of hygiene and delightful scents. You can almost hear the sounds of bathing. Blots is enraptured by the story. Keep going. You end with, but I only made up the cleanest monster, who is not you. You stink, Blots. We need to wash you. And you do. Problem solved. We go ahead and grab a D10 from the bag. I said grab a D10. Where are you at? Here we go. Alright. 9 it is. Hamrag, an older monster, brings a big sack full of squirming rats into the cave. As he heads for the spawning vat, he trips and all the rats spill out onto the floor. No! You want to gobble up some rats, help some escape, or help Hamrag catch them? This is not quite how Congress votes on things. Folks want to get a snack? Nom, 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 nom. Fairly split across the board here in votes. Oof. Number 3 is edging out here. 40% of the vote. We're going to help Hambrag catch him. You race this way and that, catching rats and tossing them in Hamrag's bag. He pats you on the back. We'll accept the old monster's praise. I will make that choice. Hamrag says, nicely done. You could have just eaten them, but you saved them for everyone. You might be worth raising after all. Hamrag gets you an extra ID. Okay. Let's go adventuring. Here we go. You notice a puddle of glowing slime at the back of the cave. It pulses like a heartbeat. Blotz shoves you towards it, daring you to eat it. Don't be a human baby. Oh no, not a human baby. He's being a name caller. After we washed him and made up a story and everything. Rude. Apologize. Oh, it's fluctuating rapidly between options 1 and 2 here. Either, like, tell Blotz to get fucked by eating it, or, say, Blotz, nah, you got that, bro. You got it. This is why he stinks. Can't control his Blotz. Ugh. I won't do what you tell me. 49%. Blotz should have this. Very close between those two. Indeed. But how? Son of a bitch. There's nuance. You want to shove Blotz into the slime, or tell Blotz he can just eat it himself? Meh. I mean, if you shove him into the slime, he gets stinky again. Does that mean we have to wash him again? Push him, push him, push him. Well, that doesn't look like that's going to be happening. JW. That looks pretty decidedly in favor of telling Blotz that he can eat it himself. 63%. Okay. You snort at Blotz, refusing to take the bait. He frowns but looks thoughtful. It's scary, isn't it? The way it shudders. After a while, the slime evaporates. Or did it crawl away while you weren't looking? You are halfway towards leaving, becoming an adolescent. Firm up your personality as much as you can. Go ahead and grab a D8 from the bag. I said grab a D8 from the bag. That's one of the D8s I got from Dragon Strike. Neat. I like it. Also, let me grab this D10. Because it's not a clear color. It's hard for me to read. Because I'm a frail man. D8, what you got? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The snake? What's that noise from the spawning vat? Go and see. You rush over. A big snake is eating helpless morsels. They moan and cry. But it doesn't stop. It just keeps eating. What? Bring it on, snake? Not your problem. They're just morsels. Who doesn't eat morsels? Eat some too. Now, considering how Chad voted to save that weakling morsel, I'm expecting, and am being shown correct, that we're gonna challenge the snake. Let's get on with it, snake. Nice, Dion. I like it. How you been doing, by the way, Dion? I know you've been chatting for some time, but now I'm singling you out, buddy. You puff yourself up and approach the snake. It glances at you, then swallows another morsel whole. What? Rude. Apologize. Oh, yeah. Of course. Of course. Monster Loves You featuring child murder. Stand between the snake and the morsels. Hey, snake, you're what's for dinner? Fear not here. Wrestle the snake away from the vat. Snake wrestling. Yeah, Monster Loves You. Played entirely through viewer democracy. Hello, Will. Okay, 51%. Hey, snake, you're what's for dinner. Tastes great. You pounce on the snake. It's 5 times your length and twice your weight. 5 times and twice your weight. But your claws cut its scales like they were paper. So, now that we've said, now that we've done what we said we would do, and made the snake dinner, do we eat the snake, share the snake with the morsels, or drive the snake away without killing it? Oh, Chad. Share the snake meat with the morsels? You enablers. Chad. Chuckle fuckersy. Fine. Damn it, Chad. Share the snake meat with the morsels it is. Soon, you and the morsels are enjoying a meal of snake meat. The morsels peep with primitive gratitude. Okay. Let's go adventuring. Same number, so I'll choose this time. A door. On a walk around the cave, you notice a closed door set into the back of the wall. You don't remember seeing it before. Why would a closed door be in a cave? Because it's not ajar. There are scratching and growling sounds coming from the other side. Your pulse begins to race. Nope. So, are we going to look through the crack under the door? Open the door and face what's inside? Tell Marinus what you found and that you're reluctant to open door? Quietly peek inside. Oh. And the sea of 4 options here. Number 2 is standing strong at 52% of the vote here. I'm not quite sure, Finsternus. It's just some sort of like elder monster. 50%, option 2. Gob Claws tumbles out, covered in green goo. She got stuck inside a storm room full of rotting algae scum. Wait, why hasn't anyone noticed this door before? Gob Claws raises one pincer and blushes. It was covered with algae. I found it when I ate the stuff. Okay. Cool. Now we'll grab a D6 from the bag. D6s. Yep. 3. Frown face. Sad. Hamrag, an adult monster, sleeps in a big pile of monsterlings. Everyone is comfortable. Comfy. Blotz, giggling, sticks lichen. I think I've had this fucking thing before. Whatever, sticks it in all 4 of Hamrag's nostrils. Hamrag's eyes shoot open as he starts to choke. Blotz shushes you with a threatening scowl. You're not afraid of Blotz? Help Hamrag? Or that's funny, help Blotz out. Blotz is the same super stinky individual who, dared us to consume that slime. I know Blotz again, our old nemesis. Looks like Chad is, saying nuts to Blotz. We're gonna help the big guy here. Alright, cool. That's fine with me, no big deal. Show no fear it is. You're not afraid of Blotz. Help Hamrag. You jump on Hamrag's head and knock some of it loose. He squeals and gasps and remembers that he can breathe through his mouth. Crisis averted. Hamrag glowers down past his jowls, scowling as though you hadn't saved him. He roars and demands to know who plugged up his nose. Now, Chad, are you gonna cover for Blotz? Or are you gonna tell the truth? The big old Hamrag there with his 4 nostrils. With his cavern in his mouth. Throw Blotz under the train. Yeah, that's definitely happening. Look at that. Commanding. That's right, Will. That's the Blotz. There's I like that. You just shovel even more blame on him. Yeah, and he stinks. He's trash. 80%. Let's tell the truth. Blotz did it, Hamrag. Thanks you. Grabs Blotz and sits on him. All Blotz's breath whooshes out and he can't inhale again. Hamrag stays there for a good long while. Okay. Well, that sounds like a problem. Okay. Another repeat. Okay, we'll choose the sword. Blotz snuck outside and found a human knife stuck in a tree. It's shiny, sharp, and scary. He starts swinging it around like a human would. Fucking Blotz again, man. This guy. It's not Nash this time, who's our sworn nemesis. Maybe you should stop him from waving that thing around. Just stay away, it's dangerous. Or dangerous. Take it for yourself. I hear you, Otaku. That's great. For those of you who are just joining in, or popping in for whatever reason, or are new to this whole experience, this is Monster Loves You. It is an adorable, choose-your-own-adventure, interactive story. And I really like to expand upon that by involving my viewers. I don't think I've actually played Monster Loves You, like, on my own. It's all been like an interactive experience I've shared with viewers. It's a little time consuming, but I think it's definitely worth it. I like the collective story building experience. Minus one kindness. You poke Blotz and say, "Knife, Inspector." He turns to look at you, confused by your joke, and accidentally cuts you as you reach for the knife. Ah! No! Your blood! Precious blood! Ouch, enough. Quit trying to take the knife. Or, firmly take the knife. Let him be the sheath for it. Maybe Blotz deserves it, because damn, he's been involved in our storylines, man. Needs to get out of our damn business. Okay. Firmly take the knife it is. You wince a little. Minus one cleverness. Clench your bloody paw and try to take the knife again. Blotz jerks away, and somehow you get jabbed with the sharp point of the blade. Give up? It's not. I'm not even gonna fucking bother pulling this one. Grab the knife carefully. Blotz screams a little and tries to keep the blade away from you, but somehow you end up with an oozing cut across your belly. Again, I know exactly where this path is going. Blast it! Claw at his arm to make him drop the knife. Blotz shrieks and flees. The knife spins in the air, tumbling end over end, a glittering, sharp bauble. So, I'll involve you again, chat. Is now the point where you want to leave it be? You want to catch it in the air? Maybe it'll land on Blotz. How about that? We are not stopping now. I didn't think so, but I figured I would check again. It's possible that you're just too stupid at this point. Yeah, definitely. This will. Oh shit, Severus, dude, I am giving you a game now. You get a Steam serial key. Dude, that was great. Oh, that was awesome. I love that. There you go. There's your Steam serial key, Severus. That is for the game called Dungeon Souls. Hopefully that'll work for you. If not, well, I guess the gods didn't like you that much. You jump and reach and grab, and it bounces off your paw and comes right at your eye. What happened? What's that coming out of you? Something is leaking out of your head. Is it your brain? Leak some of your personality onto the floor of the cave. You wake up with a slimy, bloody bandage wrapped around your head. The other monsterlings tell you the spine doctor came and shoved most of your brain back inside. What happened to the rest? Bushtree chuckles and points to a damp land on the cave floor. Rats dragged it away and ate it. Everybody laughs except you. Just doesn't seem funny. Alright. Obviously, Severus, like, if you do end up owning that game for whatever reason they just whispered to you, you feel free to do whatever you want the key. You can share the group, and, like, the entire, like, viewer chat, if you don't want the game for whatever reason. Hello, Rog. But do let me know, like, like, that you've consumed it. As far as I'm concerned, it's your key now. Oh my, you wake up and find that you're no longer a little monsterling. You're growing up. Wow. Elder Marinus calls the other monsterlings together in a group. You're one of the oldest ones now, so you should join them. She looks grave. Ooh, oops. Let's do that correctly. You folks want to hide? Or, you want to go with Elder Marinus? Just thought I'd check. Yes, some learn through observations, we did that through pain, for sure. Not really that damn clever anymore. We told a pretty awesome story earlier, though. That's cool. Was pretty good. Way too dumb to hide now. Okay, looks like we're going with the Elder. 66%. Baroness shuffles down the long tunnel, turning this way and that among dozens of forking passages. Baroness stops in a warm, humid chamber with a pit in the floor. She points to the pit, which seethes with thick mist. I'm gonna go ahead and save some time and just say jump right in, folks. You followed along with her, so I'm presuming you're not gonna be reluctant. You fall, and fall some more, and fall, and you're falling, and other monsterlings are falling. Yes, some of them are crying, and you can't see through the mist. No, that's, like, we don't get too terribly lewd here, but that's just, like, a safety measure. Like, I do get rather profane on occasion. That really hasn't happened that much during this broadcast marathon. But it's a just-in-case thing, you know. I'm certainly not family-friendly, and teen just sort of, like, varies. And so just to hell with it, I have 18+. It's already you, Severus? Damn. Alright. Well, thank you for letting me know. Sadness. Well, I suppose the gods didn't like it that much, but I really did think it was good. I'll help you. Moans and groans and whispering screams. Where is this? It must be somewhere. You land on smooth, flat stone. Despite the swirling vapor, the floor is dry as a bone. You hear other monsterlings breathing nearby. Some of them are still above you, still falling. You want to get out of the way? You want to try and cushion the fall for another monsterling? How kind and generous will you folks be? Oh, it's heavily divided right here. Oh, that's a 50-50 split. Oh, shit. Alright, Pat. Hey there. Now, do keep in mind that you folks are experiencing a bit of a longer delay than you will be, say, in like a month or so. When Faster Than Light gets transcoding options, I will be switching to that, and the delay there is 0.2 seconds or less, compared to the significantly longer than that delay that we're currently experiencing. Still a pretty nice delay, but I just want to note that that will be transpiring in early 2017 sometime. So, 52%, we're going to get out of the way. You rejoin some of the monsterlings at the edge of the mist. There are more passages out of here than you can count. Some monsterlings begin to panic while others look determined. I'm pretty confident chat, based on this character build, is going to choose Take Charge, so I'll take care of that. But, how would you like to take charge, chat? You like to lead the way personally? Slash the others to show them you're in charge, or help everyone work together? Yeah, if you want to see how that very minuscule delay works in action, there is a Uplay channel on Beam that's running Super Mario 64. I fiddled around with it for, some time. I know some of the viewers in chat, based on my recommendations, have the delay is 0.04 seconds. It's very minuscule. You can really work and play Super Mario 64 with near instantaneous feedback. Bye, Finn. Alright, 44%, we're going to help everyone work together. You lead the other monsterlings in a rousing song, putting aside their trepidation. Hold on, folks. Responding to something. Hey there, Otaku Shout. Ginge. Danny, does stuff, web shows and stuff with BCW. He is one of the folks I found on Beam since I started watching the past week or so ago, whom I've really enjoyed. I really have. You lead the other monsterlings in a rousing song. Also, hello, KK ACPer. Sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce that. Putting aside their trepidation, they advance into the twisting passages. Soon, you have all convened in a cave full of even thicker mist. Where is everyone? We can't see each other. The chamber swirls with mist, smoke, fog, and vapor. Except it's not any of those things. It's ghosts, hundreds of them, large and small. They're everywhere. Hello there, Professor Detective. Spooky. One by one, the pale ghosts begin to turn their attention to you. Their eyes glow different colors. Now, based on how you folks have been building this character, I am expecting that you will choose to stand fast. But I just thought I would check to make sure, 100%. Okay? Thought I'd check. For those just tuning in, I've said this before a few times, but I will say it again. This is Monster Loves You. This is an adorable thing that's featured during many of my broadcast marathons for the past few years. It's an interactive story, like a choose-your-own-adventure book. 83% carries you ever stand fast, and I really like sharing it in a chuckle-fuck democracy, I call it, for viewers. The ghosts speak in many voices, all hollow and distant, all in unison. They ask you, do you fear? Well, I know you folks don't actually fear, based on how you run this character, but I suppose it's worth noting to see whether you're going to attack them or wait and say nothing. I know that that third face there is very, very mischievous. Oh man, I completely fucked up that word. Cool to hear, Shadow. I certainly understand the coma, though. I had quite a bit of food that I cooked and prepared yesterday. The ghosts stare into you and through you as though you're the one made of mist. One sharp voice speaks from behind you. Why are you here? Hey there, Bloodfell. So, do you want to lecture the ghost about the monster life cycle and how they all should have moved on? Do you want to attack them? You want to keep biding your time, you mischievous sons of bitches? It's been so long since I've actually run through this game, because it's been so long since I've actually had a marathon, that, you know, so many of my viewers have actually forgotten the details of this game. Oh yeah, it's pretty dominatingly lecture the ghost about the monster life cycle. It is certainly an adorable choice. 69%. I like it. Let's do it. You take a deep breath, and we got some of our cleverness back, everyone. And begin to explain how monsterlings make the change into adolescent monsters. Stress is like heat, cooking our minds and bodies so they can enter a new state of being. Oh man. Sorry. We'll continue to explain things to the ghosts. You go on. First, our growing bodies must be destabilized so we can take on our more diverse forms, and then we must... Alright, so that's the end of Monsterlinghood. That's one of the multiple phases of this game. Got 5% respect. The stats, they're looking alright. There was a wrestling with a knife that fell on us, a Daggerfall. Really love that, Cerberus. That was good. Yes, welcome to Snoozeville, everyone. Population us. You wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your hometown. What should you be doing now? The more brave, clever, ferocious, kind, and honest you are, the more other monsters will grow to respect you. Gain enough respect, and you might someday affect important world events. And that's certainly true, folks. In this game, becoming an elder gives you a great sense of power over the monster world. My viewers have done some good, and my viewers have done some, You know, there's been some rough stories along the way. No, Dion, because I know you folks would just want to know more. It's fine. Kingdom of Respect, you might someday affect important world events. You wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your home now. Hey there, Shy Guy. Start living as an adolescent monster. It really is an adorable game. I love the music, the aesthetic of the game. It's great. The top bit shows how many days you have left until your next stage of life, which gives us like event things. And the bottom shows how much respect you have amassed, 5 points out of total 100. As for what respect is, impress other monsters and they'll talk about how amazing you are. The more respect you gain in the earlier stages of life, the greater power you'll wield later on. I'm going to enter it in the big bad world. Now, I know the monster life cycle is just so short, right? That takes us back to the menu. Sorry, Grimith had a derp there. It's been an 11-hour broadcast, folks. After an exhausting Christmas. Hope this day is finding you well. I'm certainly enjoying our time together. My throat's giving out. But I am, this has been a delight. This has been a real treat after what's been a really rough year for me. Alright, so this time we got 10 options. Let me go ahead and put the D12 down, grab the D10, and I'll roll to see what we're getting this time. 9. Okay, let's go along here. Wait, was that 11? No, that was 10. That was 10. Woohoo! It says a nice day today. Perfect weather to wander outside of town, though you're not really supposed to leave Omen until you're older. Okay. So, what are we gonna do? Are we, let me go ahead and make a poll. You wanna walk the forest paths nearish Omen, or just take a nap in the sun right here in Portland Square? Oh yes, Blots. Blots, man. Blots, our hated nemesis. Our treacherous foe. It's been Nash and playthroughs past, but this time, it's been Blots. Fuck that guy, right? Alright, looks pretty decidedly. Pretty decidedly walk the forest paths nearish Omen, so we shall. What glorious weather. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, squirrels are squirreling things away in their squirrel home. I'm just gonna save us some time. Keep walking, why not? You really don't see why young monsters are supposed to stay in town. What's going to hurt you out here? A squirrel? A tree? Hey, what was that? You think you see a bear? Or is it a human? Folks just want to go back now? Like, you good? You wanna leave? You wanna go back to town? I mean, it's been fine up to this point, but there might be a reason why the elders say don't leave town, right? Too dumb to fear. Hey there, Larian. So many folks. And Merry Grimness to you as well. Alright. Oh, it's just a twig snapping. Everything's fine. You soon forget the sound of the snapping twig. It was probably a friendly badger, a clumsy bear, silly old bear. It's fine. Keep walking. You hear the sound again, then 2 more times in rapid succession. Something is behind you under the cover of the trees. Based on how you folks have been running this character, I won't do another poll. Or get ready for a fight. It's a human carrying a weapon made of wood and string. She uses the weapon to fling another thing in your direction. No! Ah! The sharp thing jabs into you and you shriek. The pain is worse than any claw or tooth. It's not a deadly wound, but it eats at your body and mind. Want to hide in the trees, or no time to be sneaky? Run for it. I know, got shot with an arrow. Damn archers. Rude. Apologize. Disgraceful. It's also glad to note that so few issues have popped up, at least for folks in the chat for viewing this. Of course, I am broadcasting at comfy, cozy 30 frames per second. I toned down the bitrate a little bit, but it's nice to see. Of course, towards the end of my time with Hitbox, I'm really the entire this year. There's been so much stuttering issues that people have had problems with viewing. It's good to see the beams working out pretty damn well. I'll go ahead and hide in the trees. Of course, there is that slight memory leak problem that some people have. You duck into another row of trees and stay out of sight. The human flings 2 more wooden things in your general direction, but you stay quiet, and she moves on. Run home as soon as it's safe. You manage to hightail it out of there with your hide intact. You tell your friends who shudder at the account. That was an interesting screen. We saw like a more advanced screen for our character than we should have right there. Fascinating. 7, 8, 9. Alright. So, I'm gonna roll the d10 again. If I get 9, I'll pick the option. 8. Yeah, that sounds like you're silly. Bliss Tree dumps a double arm load of objects on the ground. I found these in the woods. Nash grabs one, a piece of yellow metal, and licks it. Lick something. How bad could it be? It's pretty bad. The muddy cod you just licked tastes like rust and mold. Not the delicious kind of mold either, the horrible sour kind. I want to tell everyone this is a stupid game and walk away, or pretend it's delicious and trick others into licking the horrible stuff. Now, I know my chat is divided at times between their pursuit of cruelty and viciousness and then their desires to be nice and kind and benevolent. Perhaps so, Sarah. Perhaps so. Oh! My goodness. I actually thought, based on how generous this character was, that it was going to slant the other way. 53%. Pretend it's delicious. Yeah, sometimes you are. Sometimes this chat is. It's okay. In no time, plus 15 cleverness, you have half a dozen other monsters rolling on the ground, clutching their tongues and their claws and groaning at the awful flavors. Laugh! Laugh at them, the fools! So your victims try to get up to punish you, but they're still confused from the bad taste in their maws. You escape with your hide intact. Good work, chat. Good work. Okay, that was a D8 that I rolled. We're going to here do a teeth thing. As you're walking down the street, you feel a stinging sensation. Something just bit your foot. I guess I'll ask, chat. I guess I'll ask. When I get it off, run away! Ah! Help, the ground is eating me. Cool. Cool. I certainly think there's more valuable and more enjoyable things that you folks can do with your time. But I'm certainly having fun today at the very least. I'm glad everything is stable. Everything's holding together. I've dropped 642 frames over the past 11 hours and change. Computer's good. It's a nice, cool day. Alright, let's get it off. When you look down, you see a small pile of human teeth in a small wire mesh bag. Some monster would have dropped them. Human teeth? They're teeth from baby humans. Some monsters collect them and play a game with them. Like marbles, right? So are we going to ignore the teeth? Or are we going to help find the owner? Or someone threw these away? Finders, keepers. Having fun lurking too? Alright. Hey, food coma. I'd be there if I wasn't broadcasted, for sure. There's plenty of food that I prepared that's left in my fridge. Free loot means stuff. Who can not utilize stuff, right? It's sweet, delicious stuff. It's great. Let's make a Diablo 2 run. Ah, yes. The teeth run, the dentist. I guess we're gonna help find the owner, though. 53% of you think so. You visit Mupsy Morel, who agrees to publish a found ad in the Omen Harbinger if you want. She says, I can do a feature on how honest you were today, too. So, you want to have your cake, or your teeth in this case, and eat it too, chat? You're kind of sneaky, right? You give all of them back and skip the feature? Or keep a few for yourself and get in the paper while you're at it? Huh? Temptation. Come on, just a few. Dion is shouting about respect. Okay, 56%. We'll give all of them back. Give all back and the paper, right? When he sees the ad in the paper, Hamrag comes and gets his teeth back. You don't step up and take credit, but Mupsy whispers something to Hamrag, who looks at you with dawning respect. 7. Alright. So roll the 2. Said 7 there because that's how many options we had. You, Nash Nash, and the Scapegoat are having an impromptu picnic in the street. The fresh moss you dunk in your tea is delicious. Some birds twittering and chirping in a friendly way circle land among the crumbs. Okay. Ah, yes, this option. I do like this one. Or rather, I do like this event, rather. The birds start pecking at the crumbs, but then they start hopping onto you and pecking at you too. You have crumbs on you and they want them right now. Want to peck the birds back? Want to ignore the birds? They're harmless? Or do you want to eat the birds? I personally think we should eat the birds. That's rude. Like, if a bird landed on me and started pecking at me, I mean, come on. Grim, stop playing devil's advocate. You're supposed to be devil's attorney. Ah, that's Max McMahon, man. Helping you and me. 48%. Options 1 and 2 tied. See how they like it? Eat the birds. You grab a bird and try to gobble it up in one bite. Unfortunately, your mouth isn't yet big enough, so you end up having to eat it in multiple bites. Messy. Nash Nash laughs as your bloody jaws creak and grind. Scapegoat looks on and nibbles some grass and laughs at the bread. You offer it a wing, but it shakes a torn head. Nash Nash and you keep biting birds until they're all dead, because they don't have enough sense to fly away, because, I mean, why would they, right? Must have been really desperate for breadcrumbs. We'll go to the Rook here next. You and Gobclaws are playing Toss the Kitten. You're winning 2-1 when crash, you miss. Whoops. If wishes were fishes. And the kitten shatters Hamrag's window. Oh boy. Oops. I know. Just lobbing them everywhere. Who can take on him? We'll just do like an aha. Hamrag. It's kitten tossing. That's important, right? Engage the engines of honesty. Ah, Chad. And what is a window between bros? Well, he's much bigger. Hamrag knows we're legit. Okay, 76% fine. Let's just stick around. Hamrag comes crashing out of his hovel, still half asleep, all the way angry. Who did this? I'll drown you in the spotting fight. I cannot tell a lie. Hamrag whirls and glares at you so hard that you feel heavy and hot. His eyes begin to shine with a weird red light. Oh, really? I'll drown you in the spotting fight. You want to be drowned? I'll drown you. You will be drowned. No option to blame blots. I know, right? Perhaps we should have been more careful. Hey there. Welcome, 4 Leaf Clover. I like the name. Can't not vote. Well, actually, I mean, we lectured Ghost. Why not lecture Hamrag too? Or not lecture, but still. Hamrag yells until he gets tired. As an afterthought, he grabs the kitten from you and eats it before slamming his front door. Oh, okay. Gobclaw sighs. I was going to eat that kitten. Oh, well. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, it landed in Hamrag's house. That makes it his kitten. Those are the rules. Alright. You hear a bleeding sound from inside the Scapegoat's pit. Oh, is it the Scapegoat? Of course it is. Bleeding is what goats do. Well, good. Scapegoat walks out of its pit, looks around, and bleeds again. Nash Nash says, "It wants a fight. Let's give it one." So, you want to give the goat a fight? You want to see what's really bothering the goat? It's probably not a fight. Maybe. Possibly. Potentially. But also maybe not. right? Keep the shit out of it. No, apparently this is gonna be the nice playthrough. The friendly playthrough instead of the vicious, grotesque playthrough. And how do you feel today? How was your Christmas, Scapegoat? See what's really bothering the goat. The scapegoat stares at you as you approach it. It bleats again. Looking into the pit, you see that there is no food anywhere. Oh, well, Nash shoves you aside and says, I said, let's give it a fight. So ask Nash not to fight the goat, defend the scapegoat from Nash, or go get some goat food while Nash gets her fight. With option 3, everyone can win. Scapegoat picnic with us. We shouldn't throw it down without provocation. That's right, you know, we've established a rapport here with the scapegoat. That's certainly better than the rapport we have with Blots. Beat the shit out of Nash. Oh, jeez. That tied. Options 2 and 3 tied, and so as far as I'm aware from what I've been told, earlier this broadcast, during ties, the poll system has a built-in RNG and will randomly select one. So I don't even have to roll for it. In this particular case, option 2 has won. We're going to defend the scapegoat from Nash. The scapegoat seems relieved when you step between it and Nash. Nash says, okay, I'll fight you instead. But then she always does. Give him a good tussle. It's good to be the monster. You and Nash roll in the dirt, kicking up dust and scattering mud and slime everywhere. Soon you are exhausted about the goat. The scapegoat is retreated back into its pit where some other monsters are feeding it. Came up because it was out of food. Isn't that thing on a tether? When the scapegoat gets hungry enough, it would chew apart its rope so it can forage for food. The elders call this system chomps and balances. Okay. Neat. Alright, 4 options left. I'll go ahead and roll a d4. I don't actually have my d4. It's sad. That is one of the dice that has just been handed out to like friends over the years, and like so all of my beautiful d4 pyramids are no longer with me. It is a gross tragedy. So I have to be like a peasant and use a d8. Alright. Mopsy Morel slithers up to you and says, I wonder if you can confirm a rumor for me. Wait, what? Excuse me? Mopsy is an elder monster who's been around for a long time. She prints the Omen Harbinger. We're familiar with her from earlier. A short newspaper for monsters. Man, so you folks want to do so, Mopsy? I like the D4. It's a nice die. D4 is expensive, about $2 per. Yeah, I've not been in any particular rush to replace my D4s that have ascended to heaven, but it's also not much of a need. Don't have to do a whole lot with D4s. And D2, as far as I'm concerned, is just a coin flip. Of course, you could be, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, where they do a coin flip and it actually lands on its side. It's an old movie. Alright, 89%, we're going to talk to Mopsy. Hamrag was baking a special 6-pork pie made from 6 kind of pigs. You know, a delicacy. Well, what's so delicate about them? They were roast suckling piglets, so tender, juicy, and flavorious. Flavorious, huh? That's not unfortuitous at all. Yum. The pie was cooling on a windowsill and vanished. Your friend Nash was seen nearby just before, but not after the vanishing. What do you think about this, huh? Not much, really. It's just like her to steal a pie, be honest, or weave a tale to cover for Nash. Yes, if you ever want to play Home Alone, or whatever, and be like Macaulay Culkin, I think that's the name, then you can have the D4 scattered around. Although, if you are out to murder the bandits, better make sure you actually do murder them, so that you can tell your story after the fact. Alright, 62%. It's just like her to steal pie. Be honest. Bubsy scratches some notes on a piece of torn paper. Interesting. What would you say about Nash Nash as a person? Tell the truth? Nash Nash is a violent thug with no regard for rules, or you have nothing more to say? Ah, yes. D100's middle peg. I've had mine for quite some time. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and pull that out of the bag. Oops. Keep clicking on the wrong thing here. It's beautiful. It's majestic. Alright, anyway, option 1 is 80%. Let's go with that. That can't be difficult to read. Bubsy smiles. This is exactly what monsters will want to hear. Later, Nash Nash visits your hovel holding a freshly printed copy of the Omen Harbinger. When she leaves, you have 100 new paper cuts. Okay. Alright. Go ahead and roll a d6 here. We're going with the cavern. The cavernous mouth. You see... Excuse me? Oh, Jaggery in a haze of buzzy, angry yellow bees. It looks like he stole a beehive off of a tree and took it home. You can see why. Honey is irresistible. Jaggery motions for you to help him. Now, we could size up the situation. We could help him out. We don't interfere because nature is beautiful. Or who cares about a few bee stings? Grab the honey. I'm wondering whether don't interfere, nature is beautiful will win. Currently a fairly split vote here. Number 1, says that the situation is winning out. I'm not too terribly surprised. Chad sometimes like to be cautious and gather as much information as they can. It's fair. It's fair. Okay, 35%. We'll size up the situation. Bees can't kill you, but they can sure make you know you've been in a fight. All those stingers, each one with a little venom in it. Alright, good work, Chad. We got more information. So, back to this. Now what do you want to do now that you know about bees? Time to earn more respect, you say? Let the hate flow through you, fight it out, get that honey. Yeah, all kinds of delicious, sweet, succulent honey. This is Monster Loves You, Anti-Gravity Cat. It's an adorable interactive story. It's got a good aesthetic. It's got some poignant stuff in it along the way, particularly if you reach the final life phase, the Elder phase, which is not a guarantee. Okay, 39%. We'll help him out. Just standing there thinking about it, you get stung twice. The bees are getting angrier and angry. Jaggery frowns and asks, well, what the fuck do we do? Buddy old pal, old friend of mine. So, we can put the hive near the smokehouse, we can wave them away with our arms, or we can put the hive near a garden. I like that. Give the bees a nice home. A two-tier terrace. A lovely winding path running through the middle of it. A burbling stream. Creek. Smoke bees every day. I like it. Damn music flourishing. Okay, 66%. Let's put the hive near the smokehouse. It worked! Brrr. Double claw full of stinger-free honey. Brrr. Alright, D2. You know what? There's only 2 options. We skipped some polls along the way. Which option do you want to do, Chad? Want to do the, I don't know, the face? Or, the monster squatting to, like, heave that rock? I'm doing fairly well, Finsterness. We're about the end of this phase of life, and so you'll get a good view of how the monster's doing. Squeak thud, squeak thud, squeak thud. You follow the odd sound until you find Gobclaw. She's dragging a dusty, broken wagon back home. Looks like hard work. Now, you want to play everyone's favorite game, What's in the Box? Or just want to cheer her along and maybe taunt her a bit, you know? Everyone's favorite game, What's in the Box? What's in the box? That's right, box! Figured that would trigger Lethal if he were still around. Okay. 66%? What's in the wagon? The wagon's full of more wagon pieces. Oh, well, you going on the trail? You might be able to put it back together. Can you help me? From her limp, you gather she has a busted leg at the moment. Well, you flex your claws, still not fully healed from a recent fight. You could hurt yourself if you help her. Apologize, but decline. Do it yourself. You can do it better anyway, or help her pull it. Oh, chat. Divided between doing it ourselves and helping her pull it. Okay, option 3 is winning ahead. Yeah, she's the wagon thief. It makes sense. Just 2 miles till the village. Oh, that reference, folks, is to the last bit of Oregon Trail we played, where my character, the wagon, died 2 miles from the Dalles, where you can either embark on the Barlow Toll Road or raft down the Columbia River to arrive in Oregon. 2 miles. It was great. It was a whole sense of fun and action. Alright. Help her pull it, then. 53%. Taku Dash, yeah. It's easier to move with both of you helping. Godclaws thanks you, and the 2 of you enlist the Scrape Goat to help even more. Fantastic. The goat is strong enough to give you a wagon ride once the wheels are on, and it does. Alright, fine. Adventure in town. So, bravery is your capacity to overcome fear and intimidation. Our bravery score is 83. Cleverness, wit, brains, how strong your mind is, it's 77. Ferocity is 58, and sometimes you do need to be cruel and ferocious. Honesty is 54, and that's truthfulness, loyalty, and commitment to justice. And kindness is 56, the genuine desire to help others without expectation of reward. Adolescence is fleeting. You have grown beyond youth and have become an adult. Yes! You've been dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors. I'll ask on a poll. Because who knows, maybe you'll want to fight him. Trying to sleep here! Fight that! What, who, the, where, I know. Maybe, Lack. Maybe. Yeah, super amazing wagon adventure. Hey, Mech. Welcome back. I know, how dare they disturb you? Just thought I'd ask. I was pretty confident I knew the answer to this one, but just wanted to make sure. Okay, 67%. They tell you it's time to grow up. You're taken to the woods. The neighbors throw you into the center of a great circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other, then look at you, then whisper some more. Now get on getting on. The monsters murmur and mutter, spit and snarl. They're deciding what best defines you as a monster. So you want to wait patiently, tell them to get on with it, or take a nap. Oh, nap. That sounds pretty good. Cool. Get on with it. I know, fell asleep during her own lecture. Looks like we're going to be waiting patiently, though. It might have, Dion, it might have. Okay. So be it. Wait patiently. 48%. After a while, the muttering stops. Finally, the assembled monsters come to a decision. I apologize if my speech seems a little slurred. I have some difficulty speaking or processing words. A little sluggish right now. I'll perk back up in a bit. The ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter circle. Elders loom over you while the smaller adults crouch low. Your surroundings grow shadowy and dark. What? This is the end of your adolescence. Your body becomes tougher, and other grown-up monsters will be more likely to listen when you speak. Okay, let's do our part. The other monsters hold you in some respect. Good for them. Someone calls you clever. A roar of approval rises from the crowd. You know it! All the monsters in the circle begin to hum, growl, and sing. It's a traditional serenade to the snake moon. So, we've just been called clever. And I know you folks like your lectures. But I figure I'll check just in case, right? Yeah, that's about what I expected. Just wanted to make sure. Well, actually... First time I've heard a game I mentioned counterpoint. Yeah, you know... Maybe they're doing it wrong. 94%. Let's do it. We threw the bones. Impressive. Everyone cheers as you improve the song in an entirely new way. Now, folks, you want to push this? As we threw the bones and got some respect, you want to accept their cheers or compose a new and better tune than what we've currently got rolling? As I figured. Not enough cheering. Needs more adulation. Screw tradition. Go big or go home. It's not how arguing works. It's all like hand-waving. Like, you did a good job arguing. 73%. Now to compose a new and better tune. Throw the bones. You whip up an extemporaneous melody that rocks them where they stand. The monsters ooh and ah. Some of them start humming the new tune. They'll be humming it for days. Now then. Nice. Got us up to 25% respect, everyone. Now we're more brave than clever, but certainly had enough cleverness, despite that scar near the brain. Work out. I hear you, JW. I hear you. You're an adult now. You'll grow stronger over time, but your personality is no longer as mutable as it was when you were younger. Onward to adulthood. So, we have 14 days left. I'm going to alternate between exploring the whale mist and politicking with monsters. 7 each. I think that's reasonable enough. Let's see here. 36, that's 10. Let me go ahead and grab the D10. 9. Another 9. Let's choose the door. You hear a cry from a nearby hovel. What's happening over there? Sasswaite, a new adolescent, doesn't understand... Oh, the Windows one. Doesn't understand how the windows in her hovel work. She's trapped her paws under a heavy pain. Wow, music. What the hell? This damn flourishing all of a sudden. Jesus. Calm the fuck down, music. I'm gonna turn down my headset. Sorry about that. Sash with the love interest. Oh yeah, sure. Definitely. Sasswade. Oh, I figured we'd choose to free her from the window. Goodness. You know, this playthrough might end up going on so long that I'll end up having to adjust the schedule. Because I'd rather not like, I don't want to, like, stop during the middle of this and, like, resume it again on Thursday, because it would just be, like, a different crowd of folks. I'm reckoning that we'll just keep pushing through until this run is resolved, and I'll adjust the schedule later. Alright, we'll free you from the recoil. You walk over and take a look. This should be easy for a grown-up monster like you. Let's just go ahead and lift the damn window. Saswaite seems afraid of you, but these things happen. She thanks you for releasing her from the window. You notice that a small crowd has gathered. You want to help Saswaite treat her injured arm, or tell her the arm will heal on its own? Vodka, your best way to do that would be to either, like, you could send me a YouTube direct message. You can send me an email at, like, my business email for the channel, which is, like, noticeable if you go to, like, my, like, PayPal or, like, StreamYard stuff, and it's also on my YouTube page. I can also whisper it to you right here, which I will do. But if you want to send me a private message, that'd be the way to do that. Not through Beam itself. There's whispers, but for like a long-form style message, that wouldn't be suitable. Anyway, 72%, we're going to heal Saswaite, treat the injured arm. You tend to Saswaite's bruise, plus 10% respect, with a salve made from flowers and mushrooms. Soon she feels no pain at all. The crowd applauds your helpfulness. Now going to explore the wonderfully delicious... Well, Miss, you're welcome. 9 again, damn. Alright, Scapegoat, what you got? A squirrel hops into a pool of sunlight, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to bury nuts and make sense of itself. You drop on it from a branch, grab and twist its head off. Delicious decapitation. Rest in peace, squirrels. A young wolf suddenly leaps in front of you, snaps the squirrel out of your claws, and runs off, laughing and barking. Wait a second, wolves can bark now, isn't that only dogs? She must be multilingual. Plus, it looks like she's faster than you. So, you want to turn the tables on the wolf or chase the wolf into the bushes? Well, we had just attracted the crowd, Master Reaper. Yes, YouTube still has a personal message system. It's buried. It's harder to find, but it still does exist. Yes. Flip a table sounds logical. You eat the wolf. Turn the tables. I am a table. Okay, Shadow. Let's turn the tables. 88%. A second scroll creeps up and pokes at the discorporated head of the first one. You grab the new scroll and chew on it a little. Thinking. Now, folks. Are we going to be luring the wolf closer with the squirrel? Or show everyone in Omen you're smarter than this damn wolf? What you got? Oh, that's pretty divided. Divided, chat? Struggle here. Option 1's winning out, though. Seriously, music. This fucking track, man. This is gonna completely drown out my voice in the video, I'm sure of it. 54%. Lure the wolf closer with the squirrel. You dangle the squirrel over your maw, waiting. The wolf tries to steal it as planned. You slash her with your claws, and she flees, having learned not to mess with you again. I know, it does. Okay. Good. Okay. Plus 5 respect. We're at a whopping 40 respect now. That's a 6. Good thing there's lines on this damn die. You find blots hitting a dented alarm clock. Why have bells that don't ring? Is this some kind of riddle? Before he can answer, he throws the clock over his shoulder and glowers at it. Blots, how you been, buddy? How's it going? How the kids? How you been? Chad's gonna try and fix the alarm clock to say, see you go, Blot. Here you go, Blots. You are trash. Put it next to the dagger. fought long and hard for that damn dagger. Nash has been the nemesis in other playthroughs. Blotz is the nemesis in this one. Perhaps he's looking over his shoulder, Finsterness. 64%. You pick up the clock and examine it with care. It's so complicated. More complicated than anything a monster's ever made. And that includes monsterlings. Wheels and cogs and gears and levers and slides and all kinds of things. This is too hard. Just take it and stick it in your hovel as a decoration. Keep poking at the clock or hit the clock. Look at you folks who just want to keep poking the damn clock. Poke, 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 poke. Poke. Clock the clock. I know, Lethal. That's how I feel. Just bang. 79%. We'll keep poking. Even though it's so complicated that you might get your claws caught inside it, or get a spring to the eye, or accidentally hurt Blotz, or hurt Blotz on purpose for that matter, yes, go for it. You turn the key around, it makes a clicking sound, and the bells go ding. Not bad, it's getting harder to turn though, we're going to want to keep going. You turn the key some more, it resists for a moment, but you turn it harder and boing. Whoops, pieces everywhere. You pick gears out of your mouth and help Blotz clean the blood out of his eyes. Okay. You folks were gonna totally keep going. I know you, Chad. I mean, you hurt Blotz. That's a win. I didn't want to ruin your happiness. I didn't know that would happen. There's just some things that I don't think there's going to be votes for. Like, I've kicked some other things to you, Chad, that shows off dominatingly so. Sometimes I think I got a good handle on where you want to take the character. Blood splatter. You stalk the forest, hunting an elusive swift elk. Suddenly it emerges from the underbrush, lowering its antlers and pawing at the ground. It's going to charge. Well, alright, let's create a poll for this. Will chat prove me wrong and we actually end up running away from this? You know, Evie, I don't think so. You know, wouldn't want people to be confused or befuddled about why there was no vote, though. I.e. Dion. What if it's an elk wizard? Perfect, tear it apart. The elk charges and you duck under it, slashing a hole in its chest, but instead of a heart, you find nothing. The elk turns, catches you with its antlers, and flings you into a tree. Wait a fucking second, what the? The elk bounds away! It's unkillable! Bah! So, you say there's nothing that's unkillable after it, or leave the elk in the woods, or return to Omen and warn everyone about the strange elk. Sorcery. Kill the unkillable. I like that thinking, Shadow. It's great. Alright, dominatingly so, we're going to be going with option 1. I reckon. I suppose. 84%. You keep chasing the elk until it pauses to drink from a stream, and you spring at it without fear and tear it limb from limb, head from body, antler from skull. Rawr. Its pieces are still twitching as you devour them. You are filled with a strange heat, but it soon fades. Other monsters comment on the new swagger in your step. Yay! D8 time. Snake. The snake moon is rising in a snake moon. Sometimes the full moon has shadows on it, and that's got to mean something. Monsters celebrate these shadows with snake soup. So, you want to stay at home, everyone, or you want to set out to gather snakes? Just wanted to check. Want to make sure, you know. A nice and comfy broadcast. Let's go adventuring. I understand. I like home. I know Cragnack. Me too. Home is pretty nice. Show how a real monster gathers snakes. Alright. I like it. You wander the fields near the whale mist. It's easy to catch snakes, but every time you reach for another one, some of them scurry out of your grasp. Most of your snakes are getting away. Now, you might have to ask yourself, is it important for this whole snake soup ritual thing for these snakes to be damn alive? Or can I just kill them? I want them alive. Bragging rights. I will find a way. I'll carry them all in my mouth. They can be dead, don't worry about it. That's what Chasm wants you to think. Well, 85%. Keep catching them alive. Everyone claps when you arrive with 3 living snakes hanging from you by their fangs. The venom hardly stings at all. Nice honesty there. The snakes are added to the cauldron along with a mass of other snakes, some writhing and others lying still. The ritual begins. 50% respect. Nice. We got maxed out bravery. We got 97 cleverness. 61 ferocity. 72 score, honesty, excuse me. And 77 kindness. Of course, you can translate those coins, you know. Maybe you can't figure it out whenever you're staring at it. 25s. So that's 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 6, 7. So we have 25s, 5s, and 1s. Alright, good work everyone, we did it. Teamwork, clap, clap. Right, we did 3 there. Alright, so we need to do another one in the whale mist. Let's go. Explosion. Wild chickens are back in season. As delicious as they are mean, they're loose within the whale mist and the monsters are all hunting them down. So, you wanna... Chickens are lame, forget about it. Find some eggs and just eat those, or get out of there and hunt those wild chickens. Brr. Oh, I'm so comfy and cozy today. I really am. I feel comfy. So comfy. Alright. Option 3 it is then. 59%. Get out there and hunt them wild chickens. So, then chat. Next question would end up being... Monster supremacist. Deep in the woods, you're looking for chicken scratch when you literally stumble over a hen guarding a cluster of chicks. The hen clucks and caws at you. Look at that hen, she's huge. Fight the hen. Drive the weakest chickens away from their protector. It's gonna be a fight. Fight, 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 fight. Dion thinking about the stats there, saying that we need to bring our ferocity up. 56%. Fight the hen. Though the clucking makes your blood turn cold, you seize the great hen and fight until you're both a mess of feathers and blood. But victory is savory. Nash Nash cheers so hard that 2 chickens she hasn't killed yet escape her grasp. 55% respect. We are swimming in the respect, folks. All of Omen is a buzz. Elders glare angrily at everyone and look back at the broken side of the town gate. You look down at the little piece of the sign you're holding and blush. Wait, what did you do again? Coming back from a hunt, you were so full of high spirits that you jumped up and slapped the sign. You just slapped a little too hard with your claws. Yes? Blistery spots the bit of sign that you're holding. Hey, don't tell anyone you broke it. It'll get fixed. This will all blow over. It's just an ill wind that blows nobody any good. Bygones will be bygones. What? Blistery is often accused of thinking she knows everything. This includes human cliches. All of them. Well, I think I know the answer on this one based on how you folks have played this character. I want to check. Want to come forth and admit your accidental crime, or stay silent? And devious. We have the honesty to spare. Not according to this chat. The no fun chat. Brr. As it occurs, so shall it be. No, come forth and admit your accidental crime. All the gathered elders scowl at you. They take turns chewing you out, which for monsters is a more literal expression than you might expect. Ragged and bloody, you creep back to your hovel to heal. Ouch. You take solace in the fact that your honor is intact. You messed up and you told the truth, and everyone will remember that. -1 respect. We got honesty, folks. What a deal! Oh! It was a steal. Alright, my pick. No, it's not. Herder! You and Nash encountered the Proud Bear. This is an honor and a problem. The Proud Bear has killed monsters, something rare in the animal kingdom. He stares at you. Consider the bear. The bear is so potent that it deserves capital letters when being referred to. He shines from within, radiating a light invisible to the eye, but plain to the heart. I think I know where this one's going, but let's go ahead and proceed down the poll chain anyway, because you viewers are the ones really playing this game here. Sometimes, maybe I'm wrong about how you want to play the game, right? Just nod cordially, like, oh, I said good day, sir. Good day. Oh yes, Dennis, we are very much going to attack the bear. It's not the first time. I know, just throw Nash out of the train, like, get wrecked. 60%. Formulate a plan of attack. The bear seems to read your smallest motion as though you have shouted your intentions. He stands on his hind legs and gives you a little bow. Well, folks, you want to bow back to the bear? You want to attack alone? You want to attack alongside Nash? It is a duel. And as you're lowering down to bow, the bear immediately launches at you and decapitates you. Honor the bear. Earn the bear's trust. I don't think earning the bear's trust is that big of a deal if we're going to kill the bear. Just lobbing that one out there. Just lobbing that. Oh, man. Man, my throat. Whew. Got all kinds of crazy things right now. Let's go. Bow back to the bear. The bear nods. Nash squeals with delight at this exchange of honors. She says, "This is gonna be good." And so, we have returned to this. Duel? What makes you think that Nash is just gonna wait patiently and calmly for you to have your duel, right? Ah, Dell versus Corvo. Yes, 1v1. As all of his, like, apprentices and, like, trained assassins totally stay 100% out of that fight. 60-40. You leap, making every blow the best you've ever thrown. The proud bear counters them all, genuinely trying to end you, until he stops. Suddenly, he's lying there before you, helpless, Lost a little bit there. So, you want to shred the bear to pieces, everyone? You want to leave the bear be. Just say, alright, it was fun. You have a good day, buddy. That was great. See you next week. Gotta make this a weekly thing, bear. Hello, Death Angel. Welcome to the live broadcast. We are 12 hours into this. Well, I started the live stream 12 hours ago, but we're not quite 12 hours into the gameplay. We're close. Oh, man. 50-50. Option 1 is selected. Oh. Oh. 50-50. Oh. So be it. You burrow halfway into the bear's great chest cavity, then burst forth, leaving nothing but limbs, ribs, and the head. Nash Nash jumps up and down, punching the air and laughing. Three. We need another poll. Your neighbor, the elder monster, Alalia, walks slowly in the direction of the brookgate. What? She's one of your next-door neighbors, but she's much older than you. She has tough scales and eyes of several different sizes. Alright, so you folks want to, like, watch her? You folks maybe, like, want to follow her? I mean, this kind of sounds like our own personal problem, right? We don't really need to get involved in this. Just like, oh, neat. Cool. Have fun, I guess. See you later, nerd. Stalking time? Okay. Just like to imagine this damn monster does this everywhere around town. Follow her. As she passes down the road, some of the other elders nod to her, then they go to their hovel and start smashing things. What's going on? Green Blitz stops tearing apart the dining room table and says she feels herself beginning to dissolve. She's going to go release herself and become one with the slime and the spawning vat. What happens when monsters dissolve themselves? Monsters who get to a certain age either settle into their personality and shape forever, or they let themselves become one with the slime from which they came. Their personality can have an effect on future generations of monsterlings. So, with that in mind, you want to join the monsters clearing out her hovel, or run after Alalia and thank her for her contribution? Hey, a bunch of these folks are lurking, a bunch of these folks have fallen asleep, they're watching in areas where they can't really vote. They might not care that much about voting. You know, they might just be lurking. No big deal. Oh. Fuck her, I want stuff. Well, I guess we're gonna run after Lilia, 81%. You're going to be remembered, Lilia, and we'll see a bit of you in every monsterling from now on. Lilia wipes a slimy tear from one of her smaller eyes and sniffs. Gonna give her a hug? Or tell her a joke? Test playing for a zombie. Yeah, Lethal can't easily get out of that game to be voting on everything, especially with how many damn polls pops up. Joker to death. Looks like we're gonna give Alalia a hug, everyone. It's not even gonna be tactical. Probably still covered in the gore from the proud bear. It's gonna be great. Okay, we'll give her a hug. You hug Alalia. She squishes. Her body's already starting to break down and dissolve. She breaks away, smiles one last time, and walks quickly toward the brood cave. You'll never see her again. Optimized for zombie. What? What trickery is this? Snake. You take the lead on hunting the whale mist, but you become separated from the group. Suddenly you catch sight of something there. Within that thicket, rumor has it that a especially large, clever snake tricked Nash, biting her and made her sick for days. And it's right there, waiting, watching. This won't be a pull. We're gonna eat another one. But this will be a pull. You slowly creep up on it, sharpening your claws. Suddenly you stop. A print in the dirt is clearly from Nash's foot, and it's definitely dried monster blood around it. Do you wish to lure the crafty serpent into a trap so it can't bite you, or use yourself as bait? Be the trap. I really do enjoy the artwork, particularly for like the answer choices. It's so delightful, adorable, like malevolent looking, however you might want to describe that. 72% for option 1. You perch on a branch above a crude snare and beat 2 rocks together to attract the snake's attention. This goes on for some time. Suddenly the snake drops from a branch above you. You struggle, but it's too late. It crushes you with its terrible strength. The next thing you know, Nash just pounds on the snake. She grabs its head and holds its mouth shut, keeping its fangs trapped. Nash bites the snake's head off and swallows it. You gasp as the coils loosen. Nash is carried through Omen by a group of cheering monsters, while you are left to recover on your own. -3 respect. Sad. Person. You hear Grimith telling younger monsters about the human that almost got him and almost killed him. It's the pointy parts that get you, he says. Listen in. Always wait until the knife is pointing somewhere else. Then run away, he turns to you and says, Isn't that right? We have some experience with sharp things in our day. Look, bitch, we had that well in hand. We are. I've seen plenty of sharp bits in my day. Arrows, daggers. My word. Very much. Indeed. Looks like we're going to explain to the youngsters that a human knife is always dangerous. 50%. You calmly expand on Grimith's tale, sharing what you have learned about the frightening blades of the humans. Young monsters promise that they will treat such things with respect, even if nobody is holding one. I just use a D10 for these 5 sections. I don't want to use a D6 and like drop one. Silly Grimith. Always complicating things. You scoop a big fish from the forest stream as you're about to bite into it. It says, Wait! I'm magic! I can grant you a wish! Sounds legit. Believe the fish, or, well, actually, I mean, how could you really be magic? I must say, good sir, indeed. Talking fish are magical. Will raises a valid point, I think. But the votes are locked in. Milk was magic, eat it and gain the magic. 77% dispute the spurious claim. All I wish for is something to eat, you snarl. The fish realizes what you mean as you bite into it. Nom 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 nom. Okay. You look over your garden. Garden? Most hovels have gardens. Many monsters don't care, but some like to show off their herbs, spices, and flowers. Well, how's it looking these days? There are so many rocks there. Even if you don't feel like planting things that looks bad, these rocks ought to go. So, stupid rocks. Kick a rock, man. Start digging or forget it. Be one of those monsters who doesn't care about gardens. Meh. Can you grant a wish from into my stomach? Please. I wish for no indigestion. Dig to China. Maybe just take a speaker. Stupid rocks, me. Burr. Alright, 77% says start digging. All this work is a lot harder than you expected. You're not a natural digger like Molefoot or Shovel. What? Shovel. Not all monsters pick good names, just be glad you're not one of them. So, suppose I'll ask Chad. You wanna do all the work yourselves, or take a break, cause this is hard. Sorry, stretching in my chair. And it's, well, as you can hear, grating sound. Yep, decidedly so, I figured. Not a surprise. Not by a long shot, no. 80%. Do all the work yourself. You dig. It's hard, but you eventually get better at it. Okay? When you're done, the garden looks much better. All that digging turned over the earth, too. That's probably a good thing. The spine doctor, out of Elfer Stroll, stops to compliment your work ethic. You're not sure what an ethic is, but she always talks like that. Okay. Oh. What? We have 3 left. We have 4 left. We need to choose one from here. So, let's go ahead and roll the die of destiny. That's a 1. That's a 1. You and Gobclaws come across an ant and a grasshopper. Ah, yes, this one. This buggy battle. As you reach for the bug, Gobclaws holds you back. Isn't there a legend about bugs and wheat? Maybe we should be careful. Silly Gobclaws, monsters fear not such things. Go ahead and interfere. You shrug off Gobclaws and get back to what you were doing. Silly Gobclaws, what do you know? So do you wish to separate the ant and grasshopper, then eat them, divide the wheat between them, or get a really close look? Huh? Damn it. Sorry. Looks like 49% says we're going to be dividing the wheat between them. You make a pile for each insect. They stop fighting and take their share, glaring at each other the entire time. Godclaw says at least you didn't squash them in the middle of their story. Okay. 3 there. 3 there. Let me roll a die to see which one of these we'll pick for the final day. Alright, explore the whale mist. I guess I could have kicked it to a vote. Oh well, it's already happened. Now we'll roll another die to see which one of these we'll pick. Alright. Happy face. A flock of geese are in the square. No one can talk above the din. Nash Nash screams. Last one to drive them away is the loser, and she's on that human scooter she found. Do you wish to honk? Do you wish to hunt down a cool secret weapon of your own? The stick is mightier than the wheels, sabotage Nash Nash, or just grab the scooter for yourself. Chad awfully divided on this one. It looked like for a while there that we were gonna honk, actually. But instead, Chad has decided that we're going to hunt down a cool secret weapon of your own. No honking. Okay, 44%. So be it. You run to Hamrag's hovel and borrow the fox pelt he uses as a door map. Map? Yes. Let's gear up. Plonking it on your head, you run toward the geese, growling and yipping. The geese swarm you. Boy. Think fast. Out-honk the geese, or fury and fear unite. Attack. I know, what kind of secret weapon is this, alright? It's tragic. You'd think that, Finsterness. You might think that, yeah. Chad's pretty close on this one. Ooh, boy. 55% say option 1. You honk so loudly, the geese think you to be the boss goose and follow you to the nearest pond. Nash Nash accepts the loss and scoots off. Alright. Accepted it, damn it. You're growing old, my friend. Your body is very soft, and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hovel. Chat? You want to stay inside and think about this? Go see the spine doctor, or you want to embrace the fate? Because we are now growing old. The spine doctor. The doctor of spines. Of spinnery. Yes, question the spine doctor. Ooh, yay. Yep, old. Becoming old people now. 72% say go see the spine doctor. The doctor tells you that your time is almost up. You will soon reach the end of adulthood, and you will either ascend to elder status or dissolve into slime. What happens to the monsters who dissolve? Their bodies melt in the spawning vat, where their memories will nourish the minds of new generations of morsels. What happens to the monsters who ascend? Those who manage to ascend become elders and live on to steer the fate of monster kind. Can the doctor do something to stop the process? There is a treatment that might prevent your dissolution. The treatment involves an extract taken from the tentacle ferns that grow in the whale mist. So, folks, you wanna try preventing this, or you wanna face this head on? Be brave. All right, you're back. Turns out I'm still here. How about that? Good work, champ. Do you want to become an elder? It's kind of up to you folks. Alright, 58% will face this head on. +1 respect. You return to your hovel. The doctor bids you good luck as you depart. A group of elders is waiting at the door of your hovel. They've seen your drippings. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend. Let's go. The Elders of Omen surround you at the spawning vat. Let me go ahead and turn up the headset volume because I really think this music track is good. The Elders of Omen surround you at the spawning vat. They build a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. Examine the cauldron. The rusty iron cauldron smells like electrical fluid and herbs from the whale mist. It's empty now, but soon it will hold blood and slime from many monsters. Well, chat? Would you like to try and ascend to elder status, dissolve and become one with the spawning vat, or flee into the wilderness? Well, small balls walrus, here we are. Immortality is inside of us. Okay. When to try to ascend, it shall be true. Well, maybe you feel like you're done with the playthrough, Mr. Tomato. Okay. A masked elder comes forward. She says it's time to decide. Masked elder claws herself. Is that blood or slime? Can't be sure. Depends on how much he respects you. The masked elder asks, who has already decided the fate of this monster? A few of the elders approach the cauldron to add fluid to the collection. It begins to bubble. The masked elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground before you. She says, choose one. Chance will guide your claw. Each stone is stained with old blood and polished by the touch of many a paw. You can't tell one stone from the others. So we're going to pick a stone that looks good. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows 2 monsters fighting. The masked elder says, we will test your ferocity. Two large monsters seize you from behind. They growl and try to pull you apart. So, shall we fight them both, which requires ferocity, or attack just one monster, has a flat 50% chance of victory? Chat says, we will win, damn it. We will persevere. Our hearts will go on. And, folks, although the schedule did note that I would be ending Monster Loves You around that time, it is a firm suggestion, subject to change, and I would like to finish up this playthrough, however long it takes, and the rest of the shit can be adjusted as we see fit. Those games are at the bottom there. I mean, hell, I could just move them to, like, Thursday's broadcast. I was just kind of curious to explore them. Alright, we'll fight them both. Throw the bones. You flick your claws out and scrum around to face your attackers. With a blood-curdling shriek, you give each one a face full of slices. They have new scars. Gah! The new stone will test cleverness. The masked elder emits a series of musical whistles and clicks that performs a complex dance. You've never seen these steps before. She says, now you do it. So, do you wish to copy every noise and movement, or bluff your way through it? I know, so clever. So majestic. Yeah, you are a dancing fiend. Dance over to the cauldron. You hold the cauldron, which contains the portentous infusion. It's heavy. We'll look into it. It's quite full, and there's far more blood in there than slime. So we shall consume it, and the bones are thrown. +1 respect. Your body solidifies almost instantly. You are an elder now. With fully maxed out in every characteristic except for kindness, and 78% respect. You are now an elder. You are welcome in Zanak, the oldest of the monster towns. In this stage of life, if you play your cards right, you'll be able to affect both the way monsters view humans, and vice versa. Use your powers of persuasion wisely, everyone. Yes, chat. And now you who have decided to play this monster this way, with of course plenty of dissenters, must now decide how you will shape the entire world here in the Elder Stage, where you hold so much power. We'll divide options between journeying to Carmen and politicking. This is how well monsters think of humans. When the inevitable conflict comes, this will dictate how monsters act. Monsters dislike and fear humans. And this is how well humans think of monsters. Humans dislike and fear monsters, but you can change that. Some folks are asking what endings you guys have already gotten, and no. The ending that you folks pursue is the ending that you folks want to pursue, and I'm not going to bias that by telling you what's been in the prior playthroughs. You folks go after what you want to do. I mean, if you want to quickly research all the runs we've done on YouTube, that's up to you. That's right, like Stoties. No fate but what you make. So, I will be dividing these options halfway along. Let's start from the top. The journey to Carmen. 1. You watch as an elderly human tries to fix his house. He looks up at the leaky roof with a sigh as it starts to rain, and goes inside. How bad is the leak? Looks like a trickle of water will get into the attic from the storm. It might do some damage to the human's house. He also left his tools out. What? Not his tools. Well, Chad, do you want to steer clear because it's too dangerous? Do you want to use your bravery to repair the roof? Do you want to use your kindness to protect his tools from the rain? Or do you want to fix the roof? Probably should have given more time to vote on this one. But, okay. Looks like Chad has decided to repair the roof here. Braving some danger here. Throw the bones. Success! The human hears hammering above. He emerges just as you leave away. The repair's finished. So, politicking. 6. Brr. Your fellow elders debate. Are humans more dangerous now? Is it time to reveal ourselves? It's time to take our turn. The air grows still. Birds stop singing. The silence is reverential. You turn and see the oldest monster sitting on a hovel roof, dwarfing it. It's watching you. The oldest monster tilts its huge head and raises one of its 3 scaly eyebrows. Admit fear, but insist you must learn more. The best humans, like monsters, are fearless, or admit it, humans are the biggest threat to monster kind. Oh, this is where the division is coming here. Oh, those are all so even. Damn. The oldest mother, the oldest monster. Hello. Looks like we're going with option 1. Admit fear, but insist you must learn more. Throw the bones! You explain that fear is no excuse for ignorance, especially as the latter can cure the former. The other elders applaud. The oldest... nods? Maybe? Okay. You sneak up to an open window. A human sits on an overstuffed chair. Her back is to a desk covered in... Wait a minute. It's maps with red X's on them. They're showing off locations of the monster towns alongside a badly drawn sketch of a monster with a knife stuck through it. What to do? Huh? You could alter the maps to teach her something. Confront her even though she could kill you, or teach this human a lesson with violence. I know. Confront her even though she could kill you. Alright, good work, Chad. Looks like what you're leaning towards. Why be clever when you can be brave? 45%. We are smarter than this. You remember that some humans really like gifts. You gather an offering of stinkweed and corn husks and return to knock on the front door of the house. This'll be nice. She answers and yells with surprise at the sight of you. Give her the bouquet. You shove it at her face. Oops, too much. Still, she seems to find the situation more curious than frightening. For me? Not. She looks bewildered but touched. She utters a quick thanks, hesitating before returning to her home. Alright, I guess I'll show off the wheel. So we got universal prosperity, which has humans and monsters working together for the benefit of all. We've got a monster annihilation. And we have a brave legacy. Back to politicking. Alright, I guess it's my pick. Well, actually... Gritmitten shouts, might makes right. Proofrock replies, not always. We should talk more. Like the humans do. Do we agree with Proofrock? Debate is powerful. Show them that might makes right is wrong. Humans talk. Show them how monsters do it. Okay. Looks like chat is divided again, but is leaning more towards option 1. Alright. Agree with Proofrock. Debate is powerful. Explain how humans can come to a decision as a group without slashing or biting anyone. The elders are intrigued by your words. When you start describing voting, they lose interest, but they agree that words hold great power. You're walking down an alley with a new paintbrush, almost new, fresh from the garbage, when suddenly it's there. A human. Its face is red and angry, and it's coming right at you. Holy shit. Stop, drop, and roll. Poor angry humans are bad news. I know, voting. Sorcery. What a terrible concept, this idea of voting. Ugh. Tragic. He has the high ground, Anakin. 70% say stop, drop, and roll. That just confused him, and also you, little. The angry humans are bad news. Human growls in a deep voice. You came to the wrong neighborhood, monster. I'll teach you a lesson, good and proper boy. He takes off his belt and wields it as a weapon. Square off and stand your ground. Admit fears about a coming monster-human conflict, or drool out a puddle of slime, staring like a mad thing. Well, actually, sir, I do say indeed. There's no need for you to be so rough and cruel, because indeed I am very worried about this whole situation as well, sir. 51% agree. You try your best to explain the problem, and to your surprise, you're not interrupted by a beating. The human doesn't exactly agree with your take on the situation, but you've clearly given it food for thought. Politicking we go. Sword. The spine doctor looks up from her current patient. She's working a human knife free of a younger monster's ribs. Humans are dangerous. Alright. You want to watch and listen to the spine doctor? You want to try and change the subject to distract them all? What the fuck is this monster doing here? Or show them humans are unstoppable. You just look at Lethal. He's a human. Hello, Ardenshire. That's right. Oh, and I can't really do it with my voice right now. Damn it. The throat's too shot. Unstoppable. God damn it. Oh well. Looks like we're just gonna watch and listen. She says, humans, no claws, so they made their own. Awful thing. Knife wound takes twice as much milkweed to patch up as a jaguar tank. Best steer clear, I say. I say, good sir. I say, indeed. Do you show that your claws are as sharp as any knife? Or explain how they're not all about fighting? Brr. I think they're both at 100 anyway, so it's just a matter of flavor. Monster kill? Looks like we're gonna be honest, engines. I think honesty was maybe at like 95. Maybe not 100. Alright, let's be honest. Success The scary knife you explained is used to spread jam on bread. Real knives are much worse. Oh, Spine Dr. Nod's a little shocked. Huh, my pick again. Skull. You see bolts of lightning hit a strange rod on a roof and investigate. From inside the house you hear someone shout, Live! Live! Followed by maniacal laughter. What? You listen at the window and hear a maniacal rant. This human is building a creature out of other humans. Dead humans. That sounds familiar. Someone did this a while back in the mountains, and they made a creature alright, but it was more like a monster, and it did some bad things, and in the end, a lot of monsters got killed because of it. So, you folks want to stop the human from making this creature, or help the human with this creature? It could be fun! I mean, it could be pretty enjoyable and funny and hear music, but come on, yeah. Aha. Oh, very divided here, Chad. Oh, might be another 50-50 split. Yeah. Hold on to your butts. 52%. You knock on the door. The human lets you in and nods with a crazed look in his eye. He shows no fear. You explain a few things about slime and the power of monster physiology. He takes note and thanks you. Later you hear that his creature has done quite a lot of damage in Carmen. They're not happy. Godclaws unrolls a big map showing the surrounding region. She points one pincer at a series of red claws. Say, what? These are places where I think I've seen humans drop things. I think we should put garbage cans there. Why? Godclaw says, so we can harvest the things they drop. Then we can study them and understand them better. So you want to question the plan but be open to it, or great. Help her develop the plan. Because who else could have really done it other than an atrocious monster? Specifically when it's known that a monster helped that doctor. Riddle me that, Batman. Alright, 81%. We're gonna help develop a plan. Yeah. Organization. Yay. Acronyms. Almost immediately, humans begin dropping trash into the cans, including many candy wrappers with bits of sweetness still inside. Godclaw prepares a report based on the preliminary findings, and everyone agrees that she is quite clever, and so are you. Neat. Run away! Alleys are great places to find artifacts, less so to find fat, small, crying human children. So it said, what of it? One such fat, small child wanders over to you, clutching a lollipop. So, would you like to ask the child what's wrong? Would you like to hightail it away from the child? Or would you like to say that children are a delicacy, and you should, in fact, dine upon them, for they are most delicious, particularly their tears. How as much as so many folks want us to eat the child, there are still yet too many individuals in control of the voting bloc who desire to befriend the fat small child. Free range came at 67%. What is wrong? The human child says, I'm lost. Do you know how to get to Plow Street? I think I stepped in poop. Gently help him find his way, or find an adult human, no matter the risks to you. Aww. Damn it. has been one hell of a day thus far. Over 12 hours and going. Whew. Marathon. This home is in your tummy. I know, 52%. Okay. You dragged a child, who's still crying, onto the sidewalk. A loud human in a louder dress swoops down on the child, clucking and fussing. Wave. She waves back before she realizes you're a monster. She shakes her head and stammers out her thanks. The child laughs and waves goodbye to you, and bemused, his mother does the same. Arr! 6. Greed Blitz, puffed up with multisyllabic importance, addresses the other elders. My fellow monster, and he begins. I propose we meet the humans halfway. What? No, he clears his throat. I think we should learn from them and adopt human ways. Become more civilized. Do we agree and explain some human innovations? Do we say yes? I learned much watching their hunters. Here, start an exploratory committee to look into the matter. Yes, we should use their tricks against them. Perhaps so, porcelain cow. Oh, goodness. 56% of the vote. Explain some human innovations. You make a persuasive case. Under your tutelage, the other gathered elders learned much about organization governing the human way. A journey to Carbon. Now. Right now. At this moment. It will be a journey. 2 hugs. You're splashing through rain gutters when you spy a human on the steps below. She snuffles and sobs into a tissue. A crumpled letter lies beside her. Help the human. Slide down a gutter and squat beside the human. She squeaks and holds very still when you don't attack her. Okay. Finally she says, you want to know why I'm crying? My parents say I must marry Ernst, but I do not love him. I just wish he'd go away. Now chat. Do you desire to help her no matter how dangerous they may be? Do you desire to offer to harmlessly scare him away or devour her? Let's have some yum-yums. I've made snacks. Alright, Summer. Hey. Hi there. Apologize for stuttering over the name. Woo. The brain. Frazzle-dazzled. Help her no matter how dangerous they may be. 58%. She blinks away her tears and starts to laugh and sees that you're serious. She takes her claw in her hand and you go inside. Where 2 other older humans interrupt their dinner to scream and jump away from you. Great, well begun is half done. The older humans calm themselves and listen to her for, you suppose, the first time. They agree to reconsider the wedding. The younger human smiles and squeezes you, not trying to choke you, just to show you how much she appreciates your help. Oh, yeah. This is a White Knight try-hard run? That might be what chat's doing here. You're just concluding a thrilling speech to the other elders. Finally, something goes smoothly. Old Hamrag fell asleep in the middle of your speech. Again. His pig-like snout and 4 nostrils give his snores a poignant yet thunderous quality. You'd have better success whispering at the moon than coughing quietly. Hamrag keeps snoring. Talk louder to be heard over the snoring. Hamrag wakes up. He looks around and says, you know, humans are pretty nasty. They sharpen rocks and cut things with them. Also, they kill each other all the time. You explain that humans don't do that anymore. Is that really honesty? Do you establish authority by fighting Hamrag? Or agree with Hamrag that humans are primitive creatures? Chop off his snout. You consume other elders, do you become stronger and bigger? I don't think so, no. Explain that humans don't do that anymore. Yeah, okay, boss. Honesty. Yeah, okay. Right. Tonight at the Monster Drome. Fight. 42% say fight. You remind everyone that Hamrag's information is far out of date. Humans forge knives now, and they only rarely kill each other. The old snouter says, suppose you're right. Peasant. Fucking peasant. Fucking bullshit, motherfucker. You're in a secluded hiding place near the park. Suddenly you see a human grab her stomach and fall over. Ah. So, you want to ask if she planned a joke? Which has a question mark at the end. Now's your time to shine, or just watch. Whew. Man. Sorry, just... Another wave of exhaustion just hit me. Jeez. Old man Grimith ain't as spry as he used to be. Damn. Okay, now's our time to shine. That's the spirit. What will you do? Feel like the spine doctor, Dr. Hood. I'll take care of that for you, Chad. You lay her down on her back gently and feel her belly. This rumbling calls for milkweed, assures Sedler. Such complaints. Me too, Lethal. You dash into the park, where I'm looking forward to you playing 12 hours of Fort Zombie tomorrow, where you find a few pods of the stuff, and then being absolutely bedridden tomorrow. Using your claw, you cut open the pod and drain the contents into the human's mouth. She moans and tries to push you away when you hold her still and keep the medicine coming, just like the spine doctor taught you. Success! The human is soon standing unaided. Other humans come to help her, but she hardly needs their assistance. Advanced neurosurgery plus 50. Haven't seen that before. Neat. The human brushes milkweed fluff from her chin and looks around for a savior. You're sure she's watching as you lope away. That's right. Romance path unlocked. And then the final politicking. Mopsy Moral outlines a plan for defense against the humans. Fruitcake! I've seen it, friends. Every year the humans offer to each other, but nobody wants it. She can't possibly think. Fruitcake is a weapon. Oh, she does. Mopsy goes on. If they fear it so, it must be a weapon. Perhaps a deadly poison. One we can steal and turn against the humans if we need to. Explain the truth. Human fruitcake is delicious. Humans give fruitcake as gifts, sort of, or... Yes, let's anger the humans by stealing their little cakes. I know, honesty option. It's actually not winning for a change. How about that? Kindness is defeating honesty. Everyone is shocked. You said surprising things before, but this is pretty blatant. Let's he mutter something to a friend, too quiet for anyone else to overhear. Let's he mutters, you are known for your generosity, so perhaps you are right. But I still want to get my claws on some fruitcake. Okay. As you walk through Portland Square, you think on your past. Life hasn't always been easy, but you've built up your reputation. You are quite well respected. Though monsters have always feared and loathed humans in the past, your work towards improving relations have paid off. Monsters have come to respect and like them. Well done. Meanwhile, humans who once hated all monster kind have come to understand that monsters aren't terrible, evil things. Rumor has it that humans think pretty well of you. Shattering your reverie, a terrible commotion erupts. Elders and younger monsters alike are milling about in a great mob. Blotch drops from a nearby roof. Humans! Humans are coming this way! The tree says, that's wonderful, we can talk to them. It's true, relations have been warming up. Both monsters and humans meet deep in the whale mist. There's considerable shuffling of feet and paws. Everybody wants to talk, but no one wants to make the first move. But only some monster gonna speak up. Yes, if only. A few of the monsters are looking at you, strangely enough. Alright, everyone. We're gonna kick this vote to 90 seconds. This is your chance. If you do not wish to welcome the humans as friends, to say, ah! I don't know. Lethal probably Blotch didn't make it. Oh no. What a twist. Wag! Ah, a lot more participation in this vote. But it looks like welcoming the humans as friends is gonna hold out. Again, I did make this poll significantly longer to just attract more eyeballs and attention. It was a misname. It's a typo in the game. That's what it means. Oh man, you viewers are great. Absolutely tremendous. Good fun, good fun. Oh, my throat. No, I've talked and laughed too much yesterday and the day before, and now the day for the past, gosh, close to 13 hours now. 59%. 85 votes. Welcome to Humans as Friends. I'm sort of familiar with Warhammer 40k. Yeah. What about it? Everyone breathes a sigh of relief as you put your best claw forward. It's the first step of a long journey in which monster and human will cooperate in all things. And we have acquired the universal prosperity ending. Again. Yay! And so, monsters and humans work, live, and play together for many happy generations to come. Hooray for the future! Awesome! That, everyone, it's another run of Monster Loves You. I like the aesthetics of the game. I like the UI, the music. It's a lovely little interactive choose-your-own-adventure game. Plenty of fun and delight. It's something that I do enjoy sharing with you folks, even though runs can take 2.5 hours sometimes. Maybe we'll get our neuroscience ending. I know, right? Neurologist ending is what should have happened. I know. It's tragic. What about Scapegoat? Oh, what about Scapegoat? Man. We could have done. Yep. You can all be disappointed at, not at yourselves, but at each other. Alright. Lovely, lovely, entertaining Monster Loves You. Good times. Go ahead and end the local recording while I still remember to do so.